Hi everyone. Spring has arrived here in Southern California. I'm in Zone 10B. The start of spring is a wonderful time of renewal and symbolizes the rebirth of nature and new beginnings. The warming days and evenings signal a transition in the garden as we finish up and remove cool season veggies and plant out warm season plants. This small kitchen garden is made up entirely of containers. As the days are getting longer and the sun takes a higher path in the sky, I move these containers from their winter location to take advantage of the spring sunlight. In this video, I'll take you on a tour of our kitchen garden and harvest some veggies. I'll also be doing some chores. I'll amend the soil with leaf mold, compost, and an organic fertilizer. I'll plant out Momotaro tomatoes, and Ginger and I will harvest sweet potatoes. We would love to hear from you in the comments about any connections you have as you watch this video. If you get anything out of the video, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. We would really appreciate your support. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. In these two pots, I have curly kale. This is a cool season vegetable that we've been harvesting all winter long. It's a hardy leafy green that has these ruffled leaf margins. It's very nutritious. We like to use this curly kale in Asian hot pot and in salads. In this pot, I have Blue Lake bush beans. This is a popular heirloom variety. It's high yielding, producing tender and crisp beans that have a very rich flavor. In these four pots, I have Shishito Peppers. These plants will produce a thin-skinned, sweet, and mild pepper. We're expecting to harvest fruit in the next month or two. In these four pots, I have an eggplant variety called Millionaire. This is a high-yielding Japanese hybrid that produces fruit 8 to 10 inches long with a glossy, dark purple skin. Along the back wall in the herb area, I'm growing green onions from cuttings, Thai basil, Italian parsley, mint. In this pot, I have a mix of sweet basil, cilantro, and chives, and English thyme. Let's go over here to my small plant nursery. This is a Satsuma sweet potato that I'm growing slips from, and you can see that the slips are sprouting. When they get to 8 to 10 inches long, I'll pop them off, place them in water, and get them ready to plant into grow bags. This is a Japanese cucumber called Suyataro. When they get a little bigger, I will repot them into 4-inch pots. Next to the cucumbers are Japanese bitter melon, and you can see one there in the back. I think I have another one coming through. So these should be sprouting here the next couple of days. In this pot, I have kabocha squash. This is the variety called Sweet Mama. And I have some extra Shishito peppers, as well as Millionaire Japanese eggplant. In these two pots, I have tender sweet carrots that I'm growing in succession. This pot was sown back in September, and this pot was sown in November. So let's go ahead and harvest some of these carrots. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's try this one. Okay. snack on. In this pot, I have turnips. In Japanese, they're called kabu, so you can see the label down there. This pot of turnips is pretty old, so I'm going to harvest them. With these batches of sweet potatoes, I tried something new this past season. I planted 3 slips, one short, one medium, and one long. And my hope is that these sweet potatoes have grown and developed from the top all the way down to the bottom, as opposed to planting slips all the same size and having all of those sweet potatoes clumped in one area. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the tops of the plants, and we'll dig through to see how we did. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm seeing one right off the bat here. Okay, this is from, so this sweet potato here. Okay, not too bad. This is from the short slip. Okay, not too bad. Oh, here's another one here. So this one is further down. Here's another one. Oh, here's a nice clump off of this plant. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, now here are the 3 plants. This is one plant, this is another plant, and this is the third. And so the short slip yielded 2 sweet potatoes. Okay, this is the longer slip. Or is this the medium? I think this is the medium slip. Okay, we got a nice clump of potatoes here. Okay. Let's see if there are any more over here. And then here is the longest of the slips. And this one actually produced a few more. This one's got 4 in this cluster. Okay. Let's see if there's any more in here. Oh, here's one over here. I think this one went with the medium one. Okay. I have Ginger out here helping me with the second batch of sweet potatoes. These are the Satsuma variety. The other ones were purple. And hopefully we did better with this one. So I can go ahead and dump this into the pot. Oh, okay. I'm seeing some already. So how about Ginger? Where was that one? Ginger, was that at the bottom?
It was right here at the bottom. Ooh. Wow.
So let's see if we can't keep the potatoes with each plant so we can see which ones.
I don't know where that came from. It just came from the bottom.
Right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay. Looks like we have more sweet potatoes in. Can you tell which? That's probably the short slip, huh?
It looks like it. Now this side.
Oh, there's a nice cluster there.
Oh, I don't know where that got. Oops. Ooh.
Ooh, look at that one.
It's like
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, that's a nice cluster, but there's a lot of small ones in there.
Small ones,
huh?
yeah.
That looks like the longer slip. Okay. Let's take a look at our harvest today. These are the purple sweet potatoes. Really nice quality, mostly medium sized, nothing too large. We had a couple of larger Satsuma sweet potatoes and several small ones. So this was based on 3 plants and 3 plants here, so a total of 6 plants in two 20-gallon pots. I like to thank Ginger for helping out. Thanks, honey. I have 5 Momotaro tomato plants that I'm going to plant into these 5 pots. Before I plant them, however, I am going to amend the soil. So let's go ahead and get started with that process. First thing I'm going to do is remove this mulch. This past winter, I planted and grew cool season vegetables like kale and komatsuna, spinach. So this mulch acted as a nice insulator for those plants. And we're going to prep the soil for our warm season veggies. So in this pail, I have some leaf mold. So we have a nice humus that we're going to add to this pot. And this leaf mold has a lot of worms in it. The worms help to decompose the leaves as well as the fungi. So this leaf mold is looking really good. Then I'm going to add a couple of trowelfuls of compost. So I have this quality bagged compost that I will also add. And lastly, I'm going to add an organic fertilizer. As I'm putting this down, I can see all these wonderful worms. Okay. So this is a 453 vegetable food from E.B. Stone Organics. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and gently till that in. Okay, that's all there is to it. Okay, next I'm going to plant the Momotaro tomato. So I have already trimmed off the lower leaves, just leaving the top leaves. And the reason I'm doing that is to plant it as deep as possible to develop the roots of this plant. So I'm going to first make a indentation with the pot to see where I want to go here. Okay, that should be deep enough. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this plant from the pot. It has some really nice developed roots. They're not curled or rolling around, which means that they're in really good shape. Okay, so I'm going to drop that into the hole, and you can see that the bottom of this plant is well below the top of the soil. So I'm going to go ahead and backfill the hole and just gently tamp it down. Then what I'll do is I will return the mulch. And so this is ready to go. So let me go ahead and water this in. Okay, that's one down. I have 4 more to go. Okay, those 5 Momotaro tomato plants are planted, looking really good. I'm not going to take any chances with these plants getting damaged by critters, so I'm going to place wire cages over them to protect them. It's been a week since I planted these Momotaro tomatoes, and look how much they've grown. So there you have it. This was our spring garden update. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider liking and sharing this video with people you know. Please consider subscribing to our channel. We would really appreciate your support. And as always, thank you so much for watching.